Hello YouTube, Robin Hood Bricks here, and it's Brick All O'Clock with another package from bricklink.com, this time all the way from the Czech Republic. Yes, so this package has come all the way from the Czech Republic, and that is because what I wanted to buy myself as kind of a gift, and belatedly I suppose as a reward for hitting 15,000 subscribers. Not that I knew that 2 weeks ago, actually, when this was ordered. Quite a long time, actually, because of the distance it's travelled in these strange times. Yeah, but I decided I wanted to treat myself to something kind of special, and that should be, in here. So just one big, great mixed bag. Let me get all this packaging out of the way. Looks like they've used screwed up paper. Okay, so all in one great big bag. Let's tear into this. Yeah, so there was one particular reason why I chose this vendor and why I wanted to treat myself, and it was because I became aware of a very special set. And this set is 6721, the Mosasaurus, and that is a set from 2001. And it was kind of a set that you could build in loads of different ways to make 4 different dinosaurs, actually. And you'd have thought that that might be a Jurassic World set, given that the Mosasaurus is the great big kind of aquatic dinosaur that leaps out and eats a whole shark in one bite in that film. But that was actually a film from 2015. And as I say, this is from 2001. So it's way, way, way before then, and it's just a coincidence, but I hadn't come across this set before, and once I had, I thought I just had to own it, and it's quite uncommon. There aren't many of them around, so I was basically looking all around Europe to find one vendor who had all of the pieces, including these lovely flippers in sand blue. 2 of those, part of a tail, 3 of those flippers, more tail, yet more tail. What else we got? All that, another sort of shouldery bit, another shouldery bit. What else do we need for this guy? There's a 4th flipper. Is that everything? Yeah, I think so. Right, so let's see if we can build this then. So essentially, I think you have to put one of these pieces in here. And then you can clunk on the other side. It's easy said than done. There we go. Oh, it's a bit stiff. There we go. And it's kind of ratcheted. So that's going to be for the either the head or the tail. And then we do the same again for the other end of the animal. Very good. So let's do the tail. So that's in 3 parts. 1, 2, and 3. Getting ever thinner. Yeah, so I kind of wanted this set just because I thought it looked absolutely awesome. I haven't fully decided what I'm going to use it for, but you can probably guess one possibility being under the sea. So then we join the 2 halves of the body together. And there's some bits missing from the join here on the top. But the fortunate thing is they're just very simple old grey 2x2 slopes, of which I have one already, and 2 1x2 ones, so I'll just use those temporarily until I get another one of the 2x2s, but it'll be pretty much the same thing. So these are actually from my collection, but they are the pieces that were missing from this vendor, just to keep the colour consistent across the back. And then I believe we clip the jaw kind of over there. So that works well. Yep. And then we put this on to the neck. Oh yeah. He's very fun. And then essentially all that's left then to do is to put on these 4 fins that can kind of go in the up position or in the down position. Yeah, so I could use this under the sea, in my under the sea setup eventually. Or I could even have it sort of, who knows, leaping out of the water, eating a whole shark. Who knows? Because look at that, he can get really wide, even wider than that Jurassic World picture. But yeah, we should be able to give him quite a good expression. He's looking pretty mean. He's kind of a mix between a crocodile and a shark, really. So I did look up this the Mosasaurus on Wikipedia before I did this video, because obviously I knew it was coming. And it's an extinct group of aquatic reptiles from 82 to 66 million years ago. And they went up to 17 meters or 58 feet in length, which is quite big. I'm sure you'll agree. So yeah, I really like him. So that is the main reason for the order, this guy. And I can have him swimming in all sorts of dynamic positions, because you can pretty much joint absolutely every part of this. I think he looked almost better looking up, didn't he? So like that. Maybe he could be sort of soaring up beneath something, kind of like the Jaws poster, like he's going to be grabbing onto it. But yeah, look at that. He's rather fantastic, if you ask me. He kind of looks a bit like Loch Ness would be, the Loch Ness Monster. So that was my other thought for using it in the city, and having somebody sort of having sighted it, kind of a bit surprised, to say the least, that it was there. So yeah, tell me what you think of this guy, and tell me where you think I should use him. But it might just have to be under the sea, because he's pretty big, isn't he? But I can get him in quite a few different positions, and with this mouth that size, I can really have something quite big inside it. Oh, actually, that reminds me, we're missing one piece, and it's this. It's actually an old head from a crocodile, but in red. So there was a few crocodile types, and this is the really old one that doesn't look much like a crocodile, if you ask me, but nonetheless. And that in red, oh, if I can get that in, yep, is the tongue on this guy. Oh, that makes it even better, doesn't it? Oh, yes. Oh, he was rubbish before the tongue. That's really made it. And I really like that pose, actually. Yeah. Cool. So, yeah, do tell me what you think. So, other stuff in no particular order. I've got 4 of these jet engines in light bluish grey. And that is because the 4 that I've got on my very large jet, the 78931, were a bit sun damaged, to be honest, like a lot of the parts when I bought that, because I kind of bought it in bits. So those are to replace them. I've got one window frame in dark bluish grey. I've got, oh yeah, there was this as well. This is another part that's actually from that set, the 6721. And because you could build 4 different dinosaurs with basically the same pieces, all in different orders, and I think they gave you a couple of heads that were different and so on. One of them actually had this piece, which is obviously like a big sort of sail fin or crest piece. And I think that was for the Dimetrodon or something like that. But I was thinking I could, because it was only about 30p, 25p or something like that, I could put this on the back of that. Not factually correct, perhaps, but it does look rather fantastic, doesn't it? I don't know. Or I could always use that for some other sort of beastie under the sea. Don't know. So that's another thing you can tell me about. Do you think that that is a good idea? Right, golly, there's so many wonderful pieces. This was a wonderful haul. I'm not saying that already, past tense, just because I can see all the wonderfully interesting things that I bought. So, in no particular order, there is a dark red surfboard. You might think, yes, so what? Well, that was part of only one set, which was the Inferno Inception 70162 from 2014, and the point of that is that it was part of Inferno's kind of, I don't know, flying device, and I've got the rest of it here that I've pieced together out of bits from different orders, and the only bit I was missing was the vital surfboard piece. So I can have that either in my multi-storey car park waiting for its owner to return, or maybe I'll get Inferno out of the boardroom and have him whizzing around Brick Nottingham. I don't really know, but I'm kind of collecting all the baddie little buggies and, rides and transportation devices, whatever you'd call the collective group of things like that. I don't know. Right, more interesting pieces. We've got 2 Barrows. Now, you might think, are these even Lego? Yeah, well, they're Fabuland, actually. So there are 2, as you can see. One's in green and one's in red. So the green one is from a set from 1980, would you believe? Set 3604, Mark Monkey and Wheelbarrow. And yeah, it's quite interesting, actually. Got the... Are they slightly bendy like the skateboard was? Yeah, it is a slightly bendy sort of axle. I won't bend it too much because it's so old it would be brittle. But yeah, it's quite a big scale compared with the minifigure if we get Robin up. But I did think, that's not too bad, is it? I did think that this could be used for some sort of farmer's market or something like that. If we sort of filled a back full of, I don't know, carrots and potatoes or something like that, you could have a farmer selling them either on the side of the road or as part of a bigger market. And that's why I got two. So this is the red one with also got yellow wheels on it. And this is from the set 3784, Hugo Hogg, the Tinker. So that's another fun set, and that one's got a nice hair in it as well. Get rid of that. I think that's pet hair. But yeah, that looks really good. So I thought two of these laden down with produce could look really fantastic as a little scene in Brick Nottingham. They're a bit big, but not too bad. They're a bit broad for one minifigure to hold both handles, so maybe they'd be sort of horse-drawn or just ornate, sort of old farm equipment or something like that. So yeah, really like those. Fantastic. Another big piece. Got this. Now this is quite a big, what is it, 10 by 10? 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 10 by 10 sort of octagonal bottom piece. And these were used as the bottom part of a hot air balloon, like in set 7415, which is one of the Orient Expedition sets from 2003. And if you remember from a previous haul, I've already got the sort of top part of one of these octagonal sort of balloon pieces, so I thought I'd get the other half in tan and see if I could make a hot air balloon in addition to the Explorer one I've got already, which is more of a Zeppelin shape, and hopefully I can make it look slightly less ugly than the one in that set there, because I think it's just got too many sort of bar pieces kind of obstructing it, to be honest. But yeah, so that was quite cheap as well, and once you're buying sort of a large package that's got some lumpy pieces in already, adding a few more is really not an issue. So we tip out all of these little pieces, get rid of this bag. So then in no particular order going forward, we've got loads more of these Atlantis Keys. Now I've already got the blue squid one, and here we have got the red shark one, the green, what's that, manta ray one. We've got the orange crab one, crab on there, and the yellow sea turtle. Oh, he's nice, like that one. Which means there's only one more outstanding, which is the purple one, which has kind of got a triangle on rather than an animal. Maybe I don't even need that, but I probably will still get it if I come across it. But those I'm going to use probably in my undersea setting, much like they do in the Atlantis set that these often come in, which is 8078, Portal of Atlantis from 2010, where you can see them all at the top of that arch, looking rather fantastic. And they can be used on those holders that I think I got, was it time before last, to sort of turn some sort of play feature as well. So they're really good. I got a blue Technic gear. Why? I don't know. But it was blue, and I haven't seen them before in blue, so I thought I'd get one. And if I do a ride that's blue for my fairground with a visible gear, then I can use this one. I don't think I'll use it on my GBC factory, which is over there to my right, just because I don't think it really needs a blue gear. It's got quite a few visible, so I'll probably have them all in the greys as we did before. Ah, and it's got a sticker on it. That's interesting. So this is a skateboard. Hasn't got any wheels on at the moment, but it's in old light grey. So you'll see that it's slightly different from light bluish grey there, very subtly. Kind of looks a bit dirty. That's unfortunately the old grey's colour is looking a bit like that. And this wasn't actually even used as a skateboard in the set that it comes from. It's from set 7047, Coastwatch HQ, which is rather a self-explanatory set, and you'll see it up there as part of the radar dish right on the top of that thing from 2004. And this was advertised as a grey skateboard, so I thought, well, I don't have one in grey for my skateboard collection, so I'll have that. And they didn't say it came with a sticker, which it does, so that's even better. So I can still use it as a skateboard, even though it looks a bit radar dishy, because a skateboard might have a pattern like that on. Give it some wheels. And I can move that sticker using my patented hot tea technique. Cool. So extra happy with that. Now I've got it with the sticker on, and cross that off the list. And I think I've got another skateboard as well, which is this one, which has got the stickers on for Extreme, which is another one I don't think I had. I think I've got virtually the exact same thing, but as a snowboard that's orange with the extreme stickers on, but I haven't got this one as a skateboard, so that's really good. So I'm really ploughing on with my skateboard collection. I've got absolutely loads of them now. I've got 4 yellow mudguards, or fenders, I think they're called in America. And they're just to replace 4 that I stole for another build, which I think was one of my taxis, one of my many, many, many taxis. So they're actually to go back into a normal car that isn't part of my city just yet. Behold, a very hard to find piece. I need 3 of these, annoyingly, but this is the first one. It's kind of a rock piece, and it's this kind of angular rock in trans purple. And the reason why I need 3 of these is because I want to complete another Ultra Agent's Baddies kind of flying device, much like that one. But this one's for Antimatter himself, the leader of the gang. And he's got a kind of flying dish type thing that's part of the set 70170, Ultracopter versus Antimatter from 2015. And here is what I've got so far. So you'll remember I got these 2 dish pieces. These other bits I've sort of pieced together from other bits and bobs, and these go on the ends of these 3 sort of axle pieces that come out. And I think that's so you can kind of like hold it and spin that around, and they go whizzing around, and that's sort of what makes him fly. But I don't think it's going to work that well with only 1 of these crystals on, so I'm definitely still in the market for 2 more. But you can see it's going to be quite fun if we've got all of the Ultra Agent baddies with their vehicles. Got a couple of those. I think that's for another one, actually. That's for another one of those vehicles, which is the one that Electrolyzer flies. I've got loads more axles because I ran out of the 7 long one doing my GBC factory, actually. So there's some replacements for whatever I build next. Ah, yes. Now, this is important to do a suggestion. I've got a black skeleton body and 2 black skeleton legs to go on it. I've already got a blank black head and 2 sort of skeleton robot arms, so I can complete this guy. And that's to do a suggestion which someone made, which I'll give them a doing now. With regard to my airport and the electrified fence. So I'd made the idea that you could have somebody who'd been electrified by the electric fence, and somebody suggested I get a black skeleton, so they're all very charred. a bit black humour, I agree, but nonetheless, so they were a bit sort of cooked, let's say, when they tried to cross that electric fence and didn't succeed. So don't play with electric fences, kids. Right, so there's that. So very happy to have that. Very happy to have this as well, actually. I don't really know about this, but it's from a Cars set. Ultimate Race Set 9485. And there was a black one in there and a red one as well. But this is obviously the red one from the character Raoul, I believe. I don't know really much about cars. I had to look that up. And it's really to go on my red racing arcade machine. I've already got a nice 1x4 tile on the back of that, which looks quite good with a good sticker on. But this is actually printed and it says World Grand Prix. So basically, that's better. It looks like a spoiler. It's got some printing on it. That could be the name of that arcade game, World Grand Prix. So I'm very happy with that. So for a few pennies, that's a great upgrade, I think. Then we have got a very small bag of starfish, but with quite a few in it. God, I can't remember buying this many, but how many have I got? I've got 6. And I've had starfish before, but this one, as you can probably tell, is actually neon yellow. So let's get out the old neon torch, or UV torch, I really should say, and give that a bit of a shine. There we go. Look at how glowy they are. So you know that they're being used for my undersea setup. And wow, they look absolutely amazing, don't they? So that'll look brilliant as part of that. And I've just thought, actually, this has got eye holes. I wonder if I can put something neon in them. Sometimes you can put a bar piece actually all the way through. I can see you can't in here because there's actually a middle piece of plastic. Can you see that there? So that's actually stopping me putting a bar all the way through one eye and out the other side to make it have glowy eyes. But I could still put in some sort of gem pieces or something like that as eyes to make them glow. But then again, he might look better with kind of a really sort of dead expression. I don't know, because after all, he is a few million years old. Some more Technic bits and bobs. Oop, firing it all over the place. Now this was really interesting. I bought this out of absolute curiosity. Yes, it's a shovel. So far, so ordinary. But look at the colour. It's a bit different, isn't it? And that's actually a medium lime colour, apparently, according to the catalogue. So it's slightly different from normal lime green. And that is because it's from an old Belleville set, 5859. Little Garden Fairy from 2003. And yuck, that is horrible, isn't it? I'm always amazed every single time I see a Belleville set at how horrendous they look. Really look like awful toys. But yeah, so now I've got a medium lime shovel. I can give that to somebody. It's my first piece in that colour. And talking of really weird colours, here's some more odd pieces. I think these are also at Belleville. First two anyway. I got two of these clamshells, and they're kind of the openable ones. They kind of look like an aqua colour, but it's actually a colour called light green. It's a bit darker than the aqua colour, actually. So again, they're for the undersea scene, and they are looking, well, really good actually. Really good colour. Really quite cheap with this vendor as well. I've seen them elsewhere, and they're sort of about £2 each or something. And these were way cheaper than that. They were from a few Belleville sets, including 5805, Princess Rosaline's Room from 1999. Ugh, that's another horrible set, isn't it? So there, we got two of those. Also in that little bag, I got a little sort of pouncing cat with kind of like, I don't know, what do you call that, tabby stripes on the top, on a white face and so on. That's actually been part of a few sets, including 10218, Pet Shop, the modular. But for some reason, even though it's been in 7 different sets, I've never actually got this particular cat. So it was a good price. I thought I'd grab it. So I can have that in a little scene as well. And then a couple of pairs of Friends glasses or sunglasses in, well, I'm going to say that's bright yellowish orange. One with the heart sort of lenses and one with the normal ones. So I can put those onto my sunglasses racks for sale. More Technic, more Technic, more Technic. Here is a cap. And you can see there it's got the Star of Life on there. Thanks for whoever reminded me that that was called the Star of Life. Yeah, so that was part of a few sets as well, including the Ambulance 6666 from 1994. So yeah, that's really nice. He had a few of these, but I didn't really know how I'd use loads of them, so I thought I'd just get one and give it to somebody in my hospital, or maybe just somebody who's out and about, who's supporting the National Health Service. So that's good. Really happy to have that. Then I've got a bag of dishes. Oh, if I can get in it. Some of these bags are harder to open than others. There we go. Right, so we've got 4. So we have a white one. Oh, it's a little... No, it's not too bad, actually. It's just got a little speck of red missing there. But this is a red one, red and white one with a spiral, so you can probably tell that. And it's one of those ones that if you twirl it, it sort of almost does like that optical illusion of sort of looking like it's going in towards the centre. And that was part of a Time Cruisers set, 6492 Hypno Cruiser from 1996. Which, to be honest, looks like something out of a bad dream, really, doesn't it? I mean, what is going on there? I've got absolutely no idea. But these were obviously used on the wheels or something like that to signify that it was going back through time and everything had got a bit swirly. And I thought I might be able to use that on a fairground ride, on anything really that's going round. I could almost use it in my GBC factory, actually, just to give that sort of same effect of almost hypnotising you when you look at it. But yeah, I really like that. That's good. And with that in mind, I got another one of those, which is just a black and blue version. Quite hard to focus. There we go. So that's similar. And that is actually from another Time Cruisers set, which is the Twisted Time Train, which is another really odd one. That's 6497 from 1997. And I've got no idea what's going on in that set. It almost looks like it's got a siege tower being pulled by a sort of train and... oh, goodness knows. But the same deal with that. I can put that on some sort of ride and have the spinning effect, making it look rather good. Then I've got a trans-purple one with loads of energy bolts and stuff like that. And that one can be used for goodness knows what, actually. It's almost usable as part of my recent sort of toxic rail car, really, but it's a bit big. And that one is from the same set that I got that rock from, being that ultra copter one. And then the fourth one, fans of Marvel and so on will probably guess. I've probably got that wrong. It's probably DC now, but I think it's Marvel. Anyway, it's from set 76025, Green Lantern versus Sinestro from 2015. And this is the Sinestro logo. But I just liked it as a black dish with some sort of yellow piping on, because it's quite an interesting sort of pattern. I think he has it that way up. So I could always use it that way up as a sort of W or something like that. Don't know. But I just liked that, and it was very, very reasonably priced. So I thought I'd get one of those and see where I could use it. Right, so there's a few bags out of the way. We've got another big bag here. And that's because I bought loads and loads and loads of stuff for Under the Sea. So let's tip it all out. It's all the same thing. I think I got about 80. I want to say 80. Because they were a couple of pennies each, and I thought that'd be really useful, because this isn't the usual one I buy for the Under the Sea. It's kind of the next piece down. So if you think about our Mosasaurus's tail, it's the kind of middle section here. I usually buy these end bits in lime green and in glow-in-the-dark white, but it's this section here. So basically, I can make them all a lot longer. So all those ones that I've got that were about that long can now be really long. And I think that would be really good for hiding sort of fish in. I mean, I've got so many now, you could almost hide a Mosasaurus in a great big sort of patch of these. So there's an absolute load of them, as you can see. And I'm really looking forward to using those as well. And I've got loads of them as well, which are basically for my street lamps, because I am going to actually add street lamps all throughout Brick Nottingham, so the whole city can, well, look a bit more realistic and lit up. And I had bought loads of 1x2 sort of trans yellow bits for the lights, much like I've got outside the front of my train station and airport. But now with the new sort of street things, not that I'm going to be buying them, but you'll have seen the new street lights perhaps. They've got a 1x4 sort of solar panel on rather than the light bluish grey one. And rather than the light piece being a trans piece, they've got a glow-in-the-dark 1x2. So I might have to get a couple of those in the new year just to try them out and really see if they're worth buying en masse to, put throughout my entire city. Right, so I looked back at the box and I found that I missed the stickers out, which is good because I was hoping they hadn't been completely forgotten. So let me just get them out of this plastic wallet where they were protected. Here we go. Right, so first of all, I've got this sticker sheet, which is from the Creator Expert Volkswagen Campervan 10220. And it's really for these two stickers, really. Make Lego models, not war, which I really like. And this kind of surfer one with a beach and a big wave with one surfer in the setting or rising sun, and another one stuck nose first into the sand. Now this set, because it's, this sheet, because it's from a very sort of expensive set, usually goes for about £5 or something. And he was selling them for 50p. I bought 3. Yeah, I don't know if I need 3. I could always have these stickers kind of being adverts around the city. But for that sort of deal, I thought I could probably find a good use for them, or maybe even sell them on. Who knows? So anyway, that's them. Very good. Then I've got this set, which is from the City Starter set, 60023. Now, the reason I bought this was not for the ambulance type stickers, or not for the police type stickers for the bike and that, and not even for the fire stuff for the fire engine in that set, but actually for this one here, so I could do a skateboard. And because this guy labels his skateboards as not having stickers on, just as an orange skateboard, I thought I had to buy a blank skateboard and this sticker sheet. But now this one already has stickers on, and they're looking pretty good actually. They're even positioned well. So I don't actually need this now. but I'll probably be able to use the map and the CB radio type stuff, and maybe the rest of it as well, these hazard stripes, who knows, somewhere else in the future. But yeah, it was so I could have that. So that's that. And then I've kind of got a love affair with this, which obviously I must have known back in the day when the Lego movie was released, but the Super Secret Police. I just think it's really funny, the fact that they have these huge signs saying Super Secret Police, which is kind of a joke really, isn't it? Because they're anything but super secret when they've got a sign that big. So this is from the set 70815, Super Secret Police Dropship, which is pretty awesome actually. And look at the guns those guys have got. Those look really quite hardcore, don't they? So that's set from 2014. And there's so many criminals and baddies in Brick Nottingham. I figure we really do need a super secret police force. So mine will be normal guys. They won't be made out of sort of robot pieces. But I do think they need definitely these huge signs on whatever vehicle they're going around in. And maybe even these as well. So I don't know. I might have to incorporate them. Got 2 sheets, by the way. I might have to incorporate them with the brand new police modular that I will be getting. I'm thinking that will go next to the Birch Books, just down from Fast Food Corner, with its back facing the railway line, and that's because it's got a really quite attractive back for most of the modulars. So I think we'll be able to see the lovely back from the normal standing hole, and from the back far standing hole we'll be able to see the front of that as well. So maybe the Super Secret Police will have a whole floor dedicated to them in that. Wow, that was a really good haul. What a fantastic haul, absolutely jam-packed with very special pieces for largely the undersea, but also my sort of skate shop when I do it, Ultra Agent stuff, maybe a farmer's market, lovely stickers for a few things, but best of all, 100%, is the huge Mosasaurus, who is absolutely fantastic, everything I hoped he would be, and well worth the money. Quite a rare set actually, it seems, so yeah, very happy indeed. So, as always, thank you very much for watching. Do remember to like, comment and subscribe for more awesome LEGO videos. And if you value this channel, there are many ways in which you can support it. Do check out the description below. And next time on Robin Hood Bricks, we'll be back in Brick Nottingham for another city update. And I'm thinking of doing another subscriber suggestion video, which is where I do, well, dozens, hopefully, of very small things all together that have been suggested by you over the weeks and months. I do write them down, you know. Anyway, until then, see you!